If California Democrat politicians get what they want with Prop 50, the corrupt redistricting scheme, look for their next step to be to raise your taxes. Of course, coming up, California Democrats are proposing a wealth tax on top of income tax, on top of sales tax, a wealth tax. We'll tell you what it is, how much it's going to cost you, and how we're leading the fight to block it. I'm Carl DeMaio, chairman of Reform California and a California state representative. And don't let me say I told you so, because I would really like to see Prop 50 fail. We're working hard in these final days to get the no vote out. But if it passes, I believe the next proposal I'm talking about is going to get a huge boost, and Democrats will basically double down and go for broke. And it relates to not redistricting. No. It's redistribution of wealth. California politicians are always looking to spend more money. They're running a massive state budget deficit, about $20 billion. And instead of cutting their wasteful spending, like eliminating free healthcare and welfare benefits for the undocumented, they've decided to ask you for more money. Actually, they're not going to ask you. They're just going to take. Comes in the form of a wealth tax. Now, I'll tell you what a wealth tax is and how it works and why it's so bad in just a moment. But I need you to join the fight to stop bad policies like this. You can do that in two ways. First, I need you to go to reformcalifornia.org. Reformcalifornia.org. That is ground zero for our campaigns, including our campaign to stop tax hikes. We actually go down a list of not just the wealth tax, but seven tax hikes that we are fighting, and wealth tax is at the top of that list, as you can see right here. But they've got the mileage tax on leaving the state, called an exit tax. They want to repeal Prop 13. They want to increase the income tax and increase sales tax, and they're also spiking your utility bills. These are just some of the taxes that they're using to get inside your pocketbook and steal your money. So we have a dedicated campaign to fight taxes in every election. We're the only group statewide that actually offers a widespread voter guide that takes a no position on all tax increases and goes after politicians who vote to put those tax increases on the ballot. So I need you to go on the website, reformcalifornia.org, and sign up at the bottom so that you know when there's a tax hike happening in your neck of the woods. All you have to do is go to the bottom of the website and put in your first name, last name, email, phone, and zip code, and you will be tethered into a growing movement statewide to stop tax increases. And please chip in a contribution. We need gas in the tank. The other thing I need you to do is, if you haven't done it already, sign the California Voter ID Initiative while you're on that site. Just click under Voter ID Initiative. That campaign is underway. We need 1 million signatures to put voter ID on the ballot in 2026 to restore the fairness of our elections. Time is running out. We have a really good start of 300,000 signatures, 300,000 and change as of October 22nd, but we need to get 1 million, and that means I need your signature on the petition. All you have to do, go to the website, voteridinitiative.com. Click here, sign the petition. You can download, print, sign, and mail back your petition. And if you would like to collect additional signatures, click under volunteer, and I will mail you a petition kit. Let's get on with what a wealth tax is. Wealth tax basically is a savings tax. I don't like the word wealth tax, because when people hear the word wealth tax, they say, oh, it's only going to be the rich. Bitch, please, if you believe that, then you must also believe that Prop 50 is going to be temporary power seizing by the politicians to redistrict and gerrymander. There's nothing about the wealth tax that limits it just to the wealthy. And you would be surprised at what Democrat politicians consider wealthy. Basically, anyone who has money is wealthy. Even if it's your last nickel, and they will steal it from you. The wealth tax, or as I call it, the savings tax, basically is a tax on what you own. And a lot of times it's not even what you own net. Sometimes it's the gross. And the wealth tax, as you might sit there and say, well, I can't imagine them actually getting this done. Oh, they're already doing it. So you've got an income tax that's based upon what you earn each year. Then you pay a percentage of that. Got a sales tax. It's what you buy. and you pay a percentage of most of what you buy. The wealth tax says, or the savings tax, how much is in your bank account? How many stocks do you own? What is your house worth? And we're going to take off the top a percentage of that. Now, you could be on the brink of bankruptcy. You could be living paycheck to paycheck, and you would still be considered someone that has to pay the wealth tax if your assets that you own are above whatever threshold they've decided to set. And they're going to set a high threshold at the beginning, but they will keep lowering it. It's the nose, the camel's nose under the tent. Remember the income tax back in the 1910s was sold as, oh, only the wealthy will pay the income tax. No one else will pay it. And for the first year or two, only 1% of Americans paid an income tax. Oh, yeah, times have changed. Politicians start with this, oh, it doesn't apply to you. And then suddenly, before you know it, oh, yeah, it applies to you. That's exactly what's going to happen with this scheme, tax raising scheme. Now, Cal Matters reports on it. Should billionaires pay more? California unions want voters to decide. Oh, like the same way they want voters to decide to rig elections. And it basically starts out talking about a ballot measure supported by the SEIU, Service Employees International Union, and the United Healthcare Workers. They have a ballot measure they just filed, and they say it's going to be a one-time 5% rake. 5%. A one-time sucker punch. We're going to take 5%. It's going to generate $100 billion in revenue. And they say only the rich are going to pay it. They need it because the politicians have a budget deficit of $20 billion. And who gets all that money? You got it. Union bosses. They're the ones scheming and scamming to get all of that money at your expense. Now, I mentioned that this wealth tax is already kind of implemented, and that is in the form of the property transfer tax that many cities are starting to implement, including Los Angeles. Los Angeles did a property transfer tax about 3 years ago saying, we have to address homelessness. And of course, all that money is going into the hands of rich developers to build $1 million per pop drug dens, government subsidized housing projects, not actually fixing the problem of homelessness. It's a complete waste. But they enacted a 5% rake on any homes sold that are worth, I believe, $4 or $5 million. And it's not net worth. It's not like, okay, you have a house for $1 million and your mortgage is $500,000. So your equity is $500,000. Nope. They say, oh, it's $1 million home. Give us 5% of $1 million, not 5% of 500,000. And again, I don't support either calculation. They get enough money with sales tax, property taxes as it is, income taxes. This is insane. They say, oh, we'll give people 5 years to pay their 5%. That makes it better. We're going to thieve from them, but they have to be robbed over a period of time to make it better. Now, hands off their money. Now, the reason why this links back to Prop 50 is that with Prop 50, you understand what they got away with or what they're about to get away with. They are making the claim that the ends justify the means, that you should be okay as a voter, as a Democrat voter, silencing millions of Republicans, treating them like dirt, telling them that they don't have a voice in our democracy, stripping them of their representative, taking their communities, ripping them apart, tossing a little piece here and there into a deep blue Democrat seat that has no ties in common with those people. You can't get more unfair, undemocratic, and dehumanizing than what they're doing with Prop 50. And they don't care. They don't care because it's, hey, let's see if we can weaponize the masses against these people over here for our benefit, the benefit of the politicians, not for you. They want you to commit an evil act in order to get money. In this case, Prop 50, in order to, advance their political careers. They manipulate the lines of elections. Oh, and they say, Trump is orange man bad. He's awful. They use people's hatred of Trump to get what they want. They manipulate, they lie, they cheat, they steal in order to get their corrupt goodies. This wealth tax is going to go about the same way because it's unfair. Could just simply say, oh, you own something, we're just going to take a rake. We're just taking it from you. They're going to sell it as it applies to everyone else but you, but yeah, in time, they will come for you. So this is on the ballot. And I have to laugh at all the rich white liberals who donated to Prop 50 and said, oh, it's so good to strip others of their democratic voice. Ends justify the means. Orange man bad. Let's go to a personal pronoun party. And they had no problem donating millions to Gavin Newsom and the Democrats. And now that same concept of being unfair to others is about to be turned on them. Oh my goodness, who could have predicted that? They may not deserve to be saved from a wealth tax, but you do. And because this applies to so many people, we need to fight it. So go to that website, reformcalifornia.org, reformcalifornia.org. Check out our page on Stop the Tax Hikes. Sign the California Voter ID Initiative at voteridinitiative.com. Chip in a contribution. Help us get gas in the tank to fight these battles. And click and subscribe to this video channel. Click the video or like it. Help us spread the word about this wealth tax. But more importantly, subscribe to the channel. 84% of you are not subscribed, and it helps boost our algorithm. Until next time, Carl DeMaio, Chairman of Reform California and a California State Representative. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. But before you click away, please subscribe to this channel and click that notification button so you get updated when we post new episodes. Plus, like this video and share it with your friends so that we can help spread our message across the state. Reform California with Carl DeMaio is paid for by Carl DeMaio for State Assembly.